Are you feeling like life is moving too fast? Like the days slip away in a blur of responsibilities, worries, and expectations? Do you ever wonder what it would be like to slow down? To actually enjoy each moment rather than just rushing through it? If you're between 55 and 75, this might be the perfect time to embrace slow, living a lifestyle that allows you to simplify, save, and find true happiness. So many people in this stage of life find themselves feeling drained, trapped in routines that don't bring them joy. After decades of working, raising families, and handling countless obligations, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. The noise of modern life, constant notifications, endless to-do lists, and societal pressures can make it feel impossible to pause and take a breath. But deep down, you know there has to be more. There has to be a way to enjoy life without feeling rushed or burdened. And the good news? There is. Slow living isn't about giving up or doing nothing. It's about choosing to be intentional with your time, energy, and focus. It's about simplifying your life so you can truly appreciate what's important: your health, your relationships, your passions, and your peace of mind. When you embrace slow living, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're making space for joy, clarity, and deep fulfillment. But what happens if you don't slow down? If you keep pushing yourself to keep up with a pace that doesn't suit you anymore? Stress, burnout, and exhaustion become constant companions. Your health suffers, your relationships weaken. Life becomes more about checking off tasks than actually living. The reality is, when you don't make a change, the weight of it all catches up to you. And that's not the way you deserve to live. You are not alone in this struggle. So many people reach this stage of life and realize that they've been moving too fast for too long. But here's the truth: you have the power to shift, to step off the treadmill and into a life that feels right for you. It starts with a simple choice to prioritize what truly matters. The first step in embracing slow living is changing the way you think about time. Time is not something to be managed. It's something to be savored. Instead of packing your days with endless activities, focus on quality over quantity. Start your morning with intention, instead of immediately reaching for your phone or turning on the news. Take a few minutes to breathe, stretch, and enjoy a quiet moment. Make space for gratitude, for reflection, for peace. This small shift sets the tone for a more mindful, enjoyable day. Next, simplify your surroundings. Clutter, both physical and mental, drains your energy. Take time to clear out things you no longer need. When you let go of excess, you make room for what truly matters. Donate items that no longer serve you. Keep only what adds value to your life. A clean, organized space creates a sense of calm and clarity that allows you to fully enjoy each day. Be intentional with your commitments. It's okay to say no. Not every request, invitation, or obligation deserves your time. Before agreeing to something, ask yourself, does this bring me joy? Does this align with the life I want to live? If the answer is no, give yourself permission to step back. Your time is precious, spend it wisely. Reconnect with simple joys. Life's greatest pleasures aren't found in rushing from one task to another. They're in the little things: a walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, the taste of a home-cooked meal. Slow living is about being fully present for these moments. When you do something, give it your full attention. Savor your food. Listen deeply when someone speaks. Take in the beauty around you. The more present you are, the richer your experiences become. One of the biggest challenges people face when embracing slow living is the fear of missing out. Society conditions us to believe that being busy equals being important, that slowing down means falling behind. But that's a lie. True fulfillment comes not from doing more, but from being more aware, more present, more in tune with yourself. This passage beautifully encapsulates the philosophy of slow living, illustrating how embracing a more mindful and intentional lifestyle can lead to greater fulfillment. It begins by presenting real-life examples of individuals who have transformed their lives by prioritizing simplicity, presence, and well-being over the fast-paced, achievement-driven mindset that often dominates modern life. Transformation through slow living. The passage introduces three compelling figures: the retired executive, once consumed by long hours and corporate responsibilities. This individual made a conscious decision to trade stress and busyness for a more balanced existence. They now find joy in morning walks and meaningful conversations, prioritizing connection and well-being over professional ambition. This transformation highlights that success is not solely measured by career achievements, but by the richness of everyday experiences. The grandmother, by simplifying her home and lifestyle, she has created an environment of peace and contentment. Her fulfillment comes not from accumulating more, but from engaging in deeply personal and meaningful activities like knitting, reading, and spending time with loved ones. This demonstrates that slow living is not about deprivation, but about curating a life that feels nourishing and purposeful. The former paycheck-driven man, he once centered his life around financial success. But now he derives true happiness from simple pleasures like gardening, cooking, and sharing small moments with his partner. His journey signifies a shift from external validation to internal satisfaction, proving that joy can be found in everyday acts when approached with presence and gratitude. These stories collectively serve as proof that slowing down leads to a richer and more rewarding life. They exemplify the core principle of slow living. When we stop chasing, we start truly experiencing. Making slow living a practice, the passage emphasizes that sustaining this way of life requires conscious effort. It's not enough to desire a slower, more meaningful existence. One must actively cultivate it through daily habits and intentional choices. Protecting time and energy, being mindful of how and where you spend your time, ensures that you're investing in what truly matters. This means saying no to unnecessary obligations and prioritizing activities that bring joy and fulfillment. Setting boundaries helps safeguard your well-being by preventing the outside world from dictating your peace. Whether it's limiting social obligations, reducing digital distractions, or ensuring personal time, boundaries create space for a slower, more intentional life. Keeping days balanced. Slow living is about harmony, not stagnation. A balanced day includes moments of productivity, rest, and enjoyment. Finding equilibrium prevents burnout and fosters sustained contentment. Celebrating small wins. The passage encourages recognizing and appreciating the little victories in daily life. Whether it's a quiet afternoon with a book, a peaceful walk, or simply being present in the moment, these small acts contribute to a fulfilling life. Acknowledging them reinforces the practice of slow living and cultivates gratitude. Starting small, the first step toward change. A key message in the passage is that embracing slow living doesn't require a drastic overhaul. Instead, it suggests starting with small, manageable changes. Taking 5 minutes to sit in silence, a simple yet powerful practice that fosters mindfulness and inner peace. This small act helps quiet the mind and reconnect with the present moment. Saying no to what drains you. Slow living is about intentional choices. By refusing activities, commitments, or even thoughts that deplete your energy, you create space for what truly nourishes you. Savoring coffee without distractions, a seemingly minor action that embodies the essence of slow living. Taking the time to fully experience and enjoy something as simple as a cup of coffee trains the mind to be present and appreciate life's little pleasures. A life that feels truly yours. The passage concludes with an empowering reminder. Slow living is about building a life that aligns with your values, desires, and well-being. It's a process that unfolds gradually, shaped by each mindful choice. By taking even the smallest step today, you begin creating a life that feels authentic, meaningful, and truly yours. This message reinforces that fulfillment isn't found in rushing or accumulating more, but in being present and intentional in everyday moments. This passage is a powerful and inspiring call to embrace a life of intentionality, mindfulness, and self-empowerment. Let's break it down in full detail, exploring its meaning, emotional depth, and impact. 1. Now take a deep breath. This simple yet profound opening invites the reader to pause and center themselves. In a world filled with distractions, stress, and constant movement, this phrase acts as an immediate grounding technique. Taking a deep breath is symbolic of regaining control, calming the mind, and reconnecting with the present moment. It suggests that before anything else, the reader should acknowledge their own existence. Inhale deeply and prepare to receive a message that could change their perspective. 2. The world may keep moving fast, but you don't have to. This sentence highlights a contrast between the external world and personal choice. The world is constantly accelerating. Technology advances, responsibilities pile up, and expectations never seem to slow down. However, this line offers a liberating realization. You're not required to move at the same frantic pace. You have the autonomy to step out of the rat race, slow down, and live life on your own terms. This part of the message challenges societal norms that equate busyness with productivity and success. It reassures the reader that just because the world is chaotic does not mean they must participate in that chaos. They have the ability to set their own pace, live intentionally, and prioritize peace over pressure. 3. You have the power to step into a life of clarity, peace, and joy. This line is deeply empowering. It suggests that the ability to transform one's life lies within, not in external circumstances. Power emphasizes personal agency. The reader is not a passive participant in their own life, but an active creator of their experience. The 3 words clarity, peace, and joy are significant. Clarity refers to mental and emotional awareness, a deep understanding of one's values, goals, and desires without being clouded by distractions or societal expectations. Peace represents a state of calm, free from unnecessary stress, anxiety, or turmoil. It signifies an inner serenity that remains even when external situations are uncertain. Joy goes beyond mere happiness. It is a profound, enduring state of contentment and fulfillment. Implies finding pleasure in simple things, appreciating life, and cultivating a sense of gratitude. By framing this as a choice rather than an unattainable dream, the passage reassures the reader that these qualities are within reach. 4. And the best part? You don't need anyone's permission. This sentence dismantles the idea that one must seek approval or validation to live the life they desire. Many people feel trapped by societal expectations, family obligations, or the fear of judgment. This statement challenges that mindset and asserts that happiness does not require external validation. The rhetorical question, and the best part, builds anticipation, making the reader eager to hear the next thought. The answer that no permission is needed feels like a revelation. It emphasizes freedom and independence, encouraging the reader to break free from the invisible chains of societal pressure. 5. You simply need to decide. This is a powerful declaration of personal responsibility. Unlike the common belief that happiness requires external changes, more money, a different job, a new relationship, This line asserts that transformation begins with a decision. It removes complexity from the process of change. There's no need for an elaborate plan. No waiting for the right moment, just a simple choice. The word simply reinforces that this is not an overwhelming or impossible task. It is within immediate reach. 6. Choose slow living. Choose happiness. Choose you. This final set of statements reinforces the overall message with repetition and emphasis. Choose slow living. Encourages the reader to reject the hustle culture and embrace a more mindful, deliberate way of life. Slow living means savoring the present, focusing on what truly matters, and eliminating unnecessary stress. Choose happiness. Reminds the reader that happiness is a choice, not a destination. It's not something to chase. It's something to cultivate by shifting priorities and mindset. Choose you. This is the most personal and empowering of the three. It urges the reader to prioritize themselves, their well-being, their joy, their peace. It dismantles guilt and societal conditioning that often makes people feel selfish for putting themselves first. By ending with these affirmations, the passage leaves the reader with a sense of motivation and self-worth. It is a call to action, one that is simple yet profound. Final thoughts. This passage is a deeply motivational and transformative piece of writing. It speaks directly to the reader's inner struggles, offering a solution rooted in personal empowerment, intentionality, and self-compassion. It acknowledges the pressures of the modern world but provides an alternative, a life of clarity, peace, and joy, all accessible through a conscious decision. The tone is gentle yet firm, encouraging yet liberating. It does not impose or command, but instead invites the reader into a new way of thinking. The rhetorical structure, short sentences, direct address, repetition makes it powerful and emotionally resonant. Ultimately, this message is about reclaiming control over one's own life and choosing fulfillment on one's own terms.